Welcome to your practice. Just kneeling here. If you need a pillow or block to put under your buttocks, please find one. But find a nice tall spine with your head back and chin down, hands in prayer to the heart center. Just start to connect with your breath here. Let go of your thinking mind. Fill up the next inhale nice and full, front, back, and sides. Breathing to the top of the lungs and pausing before you slowly exhale. Next one, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hands come down. You can look down if you like. Inhale, scooping up prana. Exhale, hands go down. Inhale, taking your time, enjoying this process of filling up. And exhale to the left, just a nice gentle twist. Inhale. Exhale, just moving with breath. So it might be a little bit at a different pace, one more each side, and that's okay. Just moving with your own breath rhythm. And then over to the last side, the right side. And then this time you're coming up, we're going to fold forward. So just settling ourselves here, making sure our hands are nice and wide on the mat, fingers are spread, just moving a little bit front and back. So we're roughly in a tabletop position, but we're just playing around, coming into up dog variation, and maybe a little bit of a child pose variation. Just rolling the spine, letting it feel good. And each time it might feel a little bit different, or as we warm up, it might get a little bit more pronounced. So we're just moving the spine with breath. Coming into child pose, and then rolling forward to up dog variation. And then rounding the back again, back to a child pose. So just feeling good. And then settling to your child pose, connecting the third eye to the ground. Breathing and then tucking the back toes under. Bring the buttocks back to heels, and in your own time, keep that length in the spine. Just lift the knees off the ground for your downward dog. Nice. And start to pedal out the feet, bending one knee, stretching opposite heel to the mat. If you feel anything interesting and you want to pause a little bit longer, go ahead and do that. This is about really finding things in the body to stretch, to investigate, and to move in a way that feels good for you. So feel a little bit free. You can even have the hips go side to side. And then start to have a little bit of that play as you rock forward to plank. You gain that freedom of movement, of rolling forward, getting into the joints, and back to dog. So rolling forward to plank, and then pressing back to dog. Just getting a little bit of hydration. And then if you like, you can come to up dog variation again. And just moving the shoulders, bending the elbows. Just really warming into some of the postures here. Roll over the toes. Downward dog. And pedaling out your dog again. So really feeling the breath move the body. Raise your right leg and step it through, long lunge. Inhale, 2, warrior 1, back heel goes down, arms go up. Exhale, settle in, bend the knees, shoulders slide down your back, and then interlace your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders up and back, lift the heart. Inhale, exhale, humble warrior. Shoulders are inside of that right knee, knuckles over your head. If you have the flexibility, knuckles can go towards the front of the room. Release your hands, place them on the ground. Step back, downward dog. Get ready to raise the left leg. And stepping it through your hands, long lunge. Back heel goes down, Virabhadrasana 1. Rising with breath. You can come up higher, and then with the out breath, just settle in. So bending that knee, sliding the shoulders down your breath, back. And then interlacing your fingers, touching the palms, lifting the heart, shoulders are back. Inhale. And exhale, humble warrior. Knuckles over your head, shoulders on the inside of that knee. Again, you can bring the knuckles closer to the front of the room if you have the flexibility. And then free the hands. Let them frame the front foot and step back to your downward dog. Press the ground away, hips are high and back. Gently walk yourself back to your feet. So hands to your feet at the back of the mat, forward fold. Making sure the knees are bent so the chest is on top of your thighs, and then hands to shins, half lift. Forward fold with the out breath. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold with the out breath. And then one more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding down. And then slowly roll yourself up, your arms go wide. Prayer to the sky, Adhastasana, and then prayer to your heart. Just a few moments here. Connect to this breath, connect to this heartbeat, and feel the feet ground into the earth. Enjoy being in this body that serves you, this vehicle that allows you to walk through life. Now take your time, mindfully walk to the top of the mat. Be in Tadasana, mountain pose, so feet are yoga hip width apart. Palms are open to the front of the room. Have that beautiful yogic posture of belly drawing towards the spine, tailbone tucked under, shoulders nice and relaxed, growing through the crown of the head. And then bring your hands into prayer. Set an intention for this practice, something you'll like to have in your life. And then inhale, arms float up, prayer to sky. Exhale, dive down, bending your knees, hinging from the hips. Hands to shins, half lift, nice flat back. Exhale, folding down. And then stepping back with the left leg, heel goes to the ground. Virabhadrasana 1, scooping up energy, taking your time, coming up higher, and then exhale, bend the front knees, slide the shoulders down your back. Maybe baby back bend if you like. And then take the hands behind you, touch the palms, interlace the fingers, stretching back, opening the heart. Looking up if you like, and then slowly hinging forward, shoulders on the inside of that right knee, knuckles over your head, humble warrior. If you have the flexibility, knuckles can come to the front of the room. And then release the hands either side of the front foot. Step back, plank. Rock your way forward with the inhale, knees come down, untuck the toes, chaturanga. Notice my wrist creases are underneath my elbows. Roll the shoulders up and back to cobra, and just moving side to side. Just getting a little lateral movement here. Feeling good. And then we're going to press up, almost up dog, not quite, still on our knees. Bringing the buttocks back like child pose, but not quite child pose. Tuck the toes under, and then lift the knees off the ground, downward dog. Pedal out your dog. Let that feel good, settle in. And then raise that left leg, step it almost through, but not quite knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift it high, point the toe. Inhale, three-legged dog again. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Last one, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it outside the left hand, wide leg lunge. So feeling really quite shock absorbent, so moving slow and giving your little bit of rotations through the hips. So moving just a little bit in one direction and then the opposite direction before you put the back knee down. You can grab the back ankle if you like with that left hand, or place the left on the inside of the knee, rolling to the knife edge of the foot, or grabbing the ankle. Your heart is extended forward and then a twist towards that left side. Touching the ground here. Step back to your, stepping through, sorry. Looking forward, long lunge. And then step out, forward fold. Hands to your shins, half lift. folding down with your out breath and then rolling all the way up, bird to sky. Exhale, diving down again. Half lift, hands on shins. Exhale, folding down. This time, right leg goes back, heel to the ground. Virabhadrasana 1, so it's warrior 1, scooping up the energy, coming up a bit higher, and then bending the front knee, sliding the shoulders down your back with the out breath. See if you can reach back a little bit, like a little baby back bend before we set up, touching the palms and interlacing the fingers behind your back for humble warrior, lifting the heart first, and then folding over, shoulders on the inside of that front knee, knuckles over your head, and maybe towards the front of the room. Who knows? Hands free themselves either side of the front foot. Step back. Take your vinyasa, rocking forward with the plank. Knees come down, chaturanga. Inhale, rising cobra, or maybe it's up dog for you, lifting the thighs off the ground. And then downward dog, whether that's knees or rolling over the toes or untucking the toes. It really doesn't matter. Whatever feels right for you in any moment. Raise the left leg, three-legged dog, and then knee to nose, rounding the back, feeling like you're coming into plank. Three-legged dog, knee to nose. Three-legged dog, knee to nose, rocking forward. And then step the foot outside the right hand. And again, we're talking about feeling a little bit of hip rotation, so just moving yourself a little bit side to side in a circular motion, and then going the opposite way. Nice and smooth, feeling like you're a shock absorber, just a little bit. Back knee goes down, right hand on inside of knee, roll to the knife edge of the foot, extending your heart forward before you're rotating towards the right side. Lean back, open the throat. If you like, you can even take that right hand and grab the right ankle if you want. Again, we're leaning back with our spine extended from the pelvis. And then touching the ground, tucking the back toe. Right foot goes in between our hands. Look to the front of the room, long lunge, and then step up, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Fold down with the out breath, and then scoop up to chair. Just settling in, and then forward fold, half lift here. Exhale, folding down again. Jumping back to plank or stepping back to plank. Chaturanga, rising with breath, cobra or up dog. And exhale, take your time, find your way back to dog, settling in. Inhale, exhale, stay. Inhale on the balls of the feet, exhale, bend the knees, step or hop yourself forward, fold. Half lift with breath, exhale, folding down. Bending your knees, sinking your hips back to chair, settle in. And the press through the ground, hands touch, baby back bend, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, dive down. Forward fold, half lift again with breath. Exhale, folding down. Left leg goes back. Virabhadrasana 1, come up. And then coming up, rising again. Reaching back, interlace your hands. Humble warrior, lift the heart. Folding forward, arms over the head. Shoulders inside of that right knee. Release your hands. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2, adjust the feet if you need to, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, side angle, reverse your warrior, leaning back, inside angle, this time, stretch your bottom, fingertips to the ground, energetic knife edge of the foot all the way to the fingertips, and then circle the arm back, like you're doing backstroke. This helps open up the shoulder girdle. Should feel nice. And then let that arm go behind your back. Reach for your bind, or if you have a moderation, you can do that with straightening the front arm. Otherwise, take your bind, straighten the front leg, bend, and then straighten in your bind. And then release the hands, stepping to half Vashisthasana. Stretch the right arm to sky, or maybe it's full Vashisthasana, stacking the feet, or taking a wild thing, why not? Moving forward and back, feel good. And then touch the ground, three-legged dog. Step it through. Step up, forward fold. Half lift, folding down. Chair pose, and then baby back bend, stand up. And then folding forward again. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, folding down. This time, right leg goes back. Place the heel on the ground. Virabhadrasana 1, rising with breath. Maybe a little bit of a back bend. Touch the palms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Humble warrior, stretching the chest, and then folding down. Shoulders on the inside of the knees, knuckles over your head. Relaxing a little bit here, and then releasing the hands, coming up, warrior 2. Settle the feet, rearrange them if you need to. Front heel runs with center back arch, relax the shoulders. Reverse your warrior, flip the front palm. Lean back. And then side angle, being here. Let's do another reverse warrior. And then side angle. One more for the road, why not? Reverse your warrior. Side angle, fingertips to the ground. Top arm starts to circle back. So like you're doing backstroke. Opening up that shoulder just a little bit so we can have a little bit more freedom to wrap that arm behind our back and allow the fingertips to find the hip crease. And the front arm can be straight, pressing the knee open. So that's a modification. And you can even straighten the leg and move into the next posture like that, or bind the hands. Either way, we're straightening the leg and then we're bending, straightening the leg and bending. I'm just feeling a nice stretch here. And then both hands frame that front foot. Half Vashisthasana. Step that foot halfway. Raise that left hand up. Or stack the feet one on top of the other inside plank. Full Vashisthasana. And then take that top foot behind you. Wild thing. Lift the hips high. Reach for the front of the room. Moving back and forth. And then three-legged dog. And then stepping that foot through your hands, long lunge, step up, forward fold, hands to shins, half lift, exhale, folding down, stepping back just a little bit to get ready for our chair pose, coming up, and then baby back bend, folding all the way back to chair, settling in here. So just rocking in our feet so we can feel our chair. Our weight is to the back part of the foot by the heels. Buttocks tucks under, belly draws towards spine. And then folding forward, let your chest touch the tops of the thighs. Place the hands down, set up for Bakasana. So making sure hands are shoulder width or wider, index fingers 90 degrees to the top of the mat. Come on the balls of the feet, bend your knees, let them nestle to the tops of the triceps. Lift the feet off the ground. And jump back, plank, downward dog. Hey, we'll take a child pose here, forehead to the ground. And just resting and breathing, and then coming back up, not here long. Oh no, we're going to slide that hand through in a little stretch. So that's the right hand through the left when we're in tabletop position. And press the hand down. It gets a little confusing. That's the wrong one. Put that hand down. That's right. So get your left arm, raise it up, and then slide it through. Good. Here we are. Place your hand around your back. That's the right hand behind your back. Left cheek is on the mat, left shoulder on the mat. Enjoy. Nice little shoulder stretch, touch the ground. Tuck the toes under, downward dog. Here we go. Pedal out your dog. Walk your dog back if you need to. And get ready to jump through. Bend the knees. See if you can jump through a little bit. Oh, maybe not, but that's okay. We'll work on that one. So boat pose, lifting the legs nice and high, palms facing the ceiling, lifting through the heart. And bring the legs down back to modified boat pose with the knees bent. And then feet come in for Baddha Konasana. Fold over. Relax the knees, relax the inner thighs. Let your head be heavy. And then take the right leg in front, Janu Shasana, reaching forward. Fold down. Taking both legs out. Take the flesh from underneath your sit bones for Paschimottanasana, coming forward. So we always like to have a little bit of our upper body as much forward as possible. And then bending the right leg for Janu Shasana. So this is just a quick little stretch. We've been doing lots of stretches even in our vinyasa. Every time we move through our vinyasa, we are stretching and strengthening and stabilizing all at the same time. So coming into an easy Sukhasana, cross-legged seat and hands into prayer, and just closing the eyes and honoring this body and honoring this breath. Thank you. Namaste.